You know how to garden, you know how to teach, you learn the 7 foundation stones and how to guide clients through consultations. But here's the thing, if you want to build something sustainable, if you want to build something that lasts and supports you financially, you need to run it like a business. And I'm not talking about a corporate soul-sucking business, a value-driven, mission-aligned business that honors your time, your expertise, and the people you serve. Here we're going to talk about practical stuff, how to price your services, how to communicate professionally, how to set boundaries that protect your energy, and how to represent the mission in a way that builds trust. Let's dive in. Before you set any prices, know what it costs for you to do business. You have to factor in things like travel time and mileage, time spent preparing, time spent following up, so creating the layouts, the plant list, and the emails. Any tools and materials you bring, background checks, and any other business expenses, taxes that you'll owe on what you earn. If a consultation takes you 2 hours on site, but 3 hours total with prep and follow-up, then you need to account for all 5 hours. You need to research your market. What are other garden consultants or landscapers charging in your area? You don't have to match them exactly, but you should know the range. In some markets, $75 for a consultation might be reasonable, and in other areas, it might be $150 or $200 as a standard. Do some research, ask around. The next thing that you need to figure out is pricing. I can't tell you exactly how much to charge. You are setting your own prices as an independent garden guru, but I can tell you how to think through how to price your services. Here's what I can tell you from experience. When you first start out, it's very tempting to charge way less than what you're worth just to get some clients, and I get it. But here's the problem with that. You end up exhausted, resentful, and broke. Start with pricing that feels fair and challenges you a little bit. If it feels too easy, you're probably undercharging. If clients say yes without hesitation, you might have room to go higher. You're offering years of experience, knowledge, problem-solving skills, and the ability to transform someone's relationship with food. That has a lot of value. And when you show up to a consultation, you're not just there for an hour or two on site. You're bringing everything that you learned through trial and error, through seasons in the garden, through success and failures. You're saving your client years of frustration. Don't undervalue that. And remember, the client who values your expertise will pay you for it. The ones who just want the cheapest option probably aren't your ideal client anyway. You deserve to be compensated fairly for the knowledge and the care that you bring. All right, 4, choose your pricing model. You have options. You can charge by the hour. This works well for consultations and maintenance visits. Or you can do a flat rate per service, one price for a full consultation, regardless of time. Clients like knowing the cost up front. Then there's packaged pricing. So you can bundle services together. For example, you might do a consultation and a plant list and a layout for maybe $200. Or you can do a consultation and the installation support for maybe $350. Another idea is a monthly rate for maintenance, so maybe about $150 a month. Packages often feel like a better value to clients and they help increase your income. All right, let's talk about how you communicate with clients, because how you show up in emails, texts, and calls matters just as much as how you show up in person. When someone reaches out to you, respond within 24 hours, even if it's just to say, hey, I got your message, I'll be back with you with details soon. People appreciate knowing that they've been heard. Be clear. Don't leave clients guessing. If you're sending a proposal, tell them exactly what's included, what it costs, and what the next steps are. If you're scheduling a visit, confirm the date, time, and what they should have ready. Be professional. Use proper grammar and spelling. You don't have to be formal or stiff, but you should sound competent and reliable. Be consistent. If you say you'll send something by Friday, send it by Friday. If you commit to a follow-up call, make the call. Your reliability builds trust. Here's another thing I would recommend. Communicate your process up front. Let clients know what to expect. For example, after the consultation, I'll send you a detailed plan within 3 to 5 days. That will include the layout, the plant list, and planting timeline. If you have questions, you can reach out to me by email or text anytime. When clients know what to expect, they relax, they trust you, and trust is everything. Let's talk about boundaries, because if you don't set them, you'll burn out fast. All right, boundary 1, working hours. So decide when you're available and when you're not. Just because you work for yourself doesn't mean that you have to be available 24/7. Maybe you respond to emails between 9 and 6 p.m. on weekdays. Maybe you don't take calls after 7 on Sundays. Whatever your boundaries are, communicate them clearly and stick to them. You can set up an auto response. Hey, thanks for reaching out. I respond to messages Monday through Friday between 9 and 6, and I'll get back to you soon. Boundary 2, scope creep. This is when a client hires you for one thing and then they keep asking you for just one more thing without additional payment. For example, they might hire you for a consultation and then they text you every other day with questions about every plant in their garden, or they ask you to quickly redesign the whole layout after you've already finished. Here's how to handle that. Be kind, but be clear. I'm happy to help with that. That would be outside of the scope of our original consultation, so I can send you a quote for additional support if you'd like. You're not being mean. You're protecting your time and your energy so that you can serve all of your clients well. So boundary 3, client expectations. Be upfront about what you can and cannot do. If you're doing a consultation, you're not guaranteeing that every plant will thrive. You're providing guidance based on your knowledge and their specific conditions. If you're offering maintenance services, be clear on what's included. Are you weeding? Are you pruning, harvesting, planting? Spell it out. The clearer you are up front, the fewer misunderstandings that you'll have later. And when you protect your time and your energy, you will show up better for every client. And you won't resent your work, and you won't burn out. Here's the thing, your reputation is everything. One bad experience can undo 10 good ones. But when you show up with integrity, care, and professionalism every single time, you build something solid. People remember how you made them feel. Make sure they feel respected and empowered and excited about what's possible. Here's what that means. Show up with integrity. Do what you say you'll do. Be honest about what you know and what you don't know. And if you make a mistake, own it and make it right. Respect your clients, their homes, their time, their budgets, and their goals. And treat every client with care and professionalism, whether they hire you for a $100 consultation or a $1,000 installation. Represent the mission. We're here to empower people to grow food. We're here to build food freedom. When you're generous with your knowledge, when you teach instead of gatekeep, and when you follow up, even when they don't hire you, you're living the mission. Stay professional, show up on time, dress appropriately, keep tools organized, communicate clearly. Be the person clients feel good about recommending to their friends. And keep learning. If you encounter a pest that you don't recognize, research it. If a client asks you about a plant that you've never grown, learn about it. Stay curious, stay humble. Section 5, building relationships, not transactions. You're not in the business of a one-time transaction. You're in the business of relationships, and every consultation is an opportunity to build trust. Every garden you help create is a potential referral to someone else. When you treat clients like people, not paychecks, they remember. They tell their friends and they hire you again the next season. You're becoming known in your community as the person who helps people grow food, the person who actually cares, the person who shows up. And that reputation is worth more than just a single paycheck. You're not just growing a garden, you are growing a movement. Section 6, bringing it together. So there you have it, the professional practices that will keep you sustainable and successful. Price fairly, know your worth and charge accordingly. Communicate clearly, be responsive, professional, and consistent. Set boundaries, protect your time and energy, represent the mission, show up with integrity every time, and build relationships. When you do these things, you're not just running a business, you're building something meaningful that supports you and serves your community. If you're new to business, draft your pricing structure. Write down what you'll charge for consultations, maintenance, and any other services that you plan to offer. If you already have a business, reflect on how Garden Gurus Grow integrates with what you're already doing. Write down your thoughts on pricing, services, and how the 7 foundation stones enhance your work. Let's keep building this movement together.